Welcome to Co-op Chaos, a game life balance podcast. Here are your hosts, Bob and Aaron.
Hello.
Hello. I'm Bob.
I'm Aaron. I should talk normal, sorry. Welcome to our podcast.
Yeah, welcome to our podcast, Co-op Chaos. If you haven't listened to us before, Co-op Chaos is a podcast about being a gamer, busy adult with all the adult responsibilities and trying to bring those things together and maintaining our super long friendship across this chaotic journey of life.
And across 1,000 miles.
Each episode, we'll share a piece of our lives with you. We're going to play through a new game that we haven't really played before, or maybe someone recommended to us. Hopefully it's under $10 and doesn't break the bank, preferably co-op, hence the name of the podcast. And we're going to share our thoughts with you on it.
Yeah, this whole thing is really just us, kind of trying to stay in each other's lives, and we're doing that through gaming.
Yeah, gaming and life updates and all the other conversations you might have as long-distance, formerly short-distance friends. We're also going to talk to you about the games that we continue to play that keep breathing a little bit of life into us every week.
Yeah, what are we playing right now? What's good? What's keeping us sane? All that jazz. All right, so we're into this game. I'm not really sure what we're doing, but yeah. What have you been up to, Bob? What's you and the family been up to?
Well, we went to an apple orchard yesterday to go apple picking, and it was good. Except for the fact that the apple orchard that we went to, they weren't doing apple picking anymore for the season, and we were like, oh well, we came here to pick apples, but we can pick pumpkins, I guess. And the reason was because there was a really bad hailstorm in the spring, and they said that it tore all the petals off of their trees, and they only produced 25% of their usual crop. So they had to cut it early and just kind of pull their own stuff. So that was kind of sad.
Zombie rat.
That was a big rat. But they were pretty cool though. They were really cool about just being we still have all these things. They had a little playground set up. They had this little mini silo filled with dried corn that the kids could go play in and bury each other in dried corn kernels. That was funny.
Oh yeah, we saw one of those when we went out to Michigan.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool, huh?
I didn't know that was a thing. That's so funny.
Yeah, so we did that. There was a little coffee stand, which, we talked about this, but I wanted to plug this little tiny coffee booth set up, and it was called Chaos Coffee. And I was like, oh, we're going to have to buy drinks here. So my wife and I bought coffee, and we bought hot chocolate for the kiddos, and it was super good. They said that, because I had to ask them, what are you all about? What's your deal? They just started this little coffee booth, and they are hoping to eventually open up their own cafe, but they're going to do these little events and venues for now. So I was like, oh,
nice.
That's really cool. We're starting this podcast that also has the word chaos in it. And, it was a fun conversation.
That's funny. That's awesome.
Yeah. Otherwise,
where was that? What town was that in?
That's a great question. That was in Cedarburg, Wisconsin. So if there's anyone that's listening to this that's in Wisconsin and in that southeastern area and wants to try and find this place,
some coffee place.
Yeah, go check them out if you can find one of their little pop-up booths, because they were super friendly and really, really good coffee.
I don't drink coffee, but I appreciate fellow chaos enthusiasts.
Yeah, and they had other stuff too. They had hot chocolate, they had tea, they had chai, things like that. So it wasn't just coffee.
I do like chai tea.
Yeah, and they had a couple like specialty chais, I think. They had like a pumpkin spice chai, so like, for the
Ooh.
fall lovers, which
Get,
yeah, that was
get my white girl on.
exactly, yeah. Live your lady truth. So yeah, besides that, my youngest has really, really been into what's the name of that movie? We talked about it in episode 2 with Bacon. K-pop Demon Hunters.
Oh, I'm dead.
Uh-oh. I
Oh
don't know
yeah,
if there's a way to revive you.
I watched that K-pop Demon Hunters with the kiddos. That was
what did you think of it?
Was decent. I didn't devote my full attention to it. Like Bacon was saying, like it was actually good. The music was catchy, and it was funny. It was a good watch. Wasn't totally my jam, but
yeah, I watched the tail end of it the other day with my daughters, and my second oldest ended up coming in. Oh, it looks like after the wave is over, you get revived. That's good to know.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't know if we're supposed to find something. It doesn't really. You kind of jump into this game, and it doesn't really give you any guidance on.
I don't think there is. I think we're just supposed to survive as long as we can. I think this is kind of like a roguelike.
Yeah.
Like it just kind of dumps us into a setting, and we just live. And I think at some point, I assume, I think we're getting money for every kill, and then we can just buy upgrades as we come across them.
Yeah,
or
I want to know if I can get on
money for them.
Yeah, I want to get on top of this fire truck. I don't know if you can just climb though. There's a jump feature, but I haven't figured out if you can climb yet.
Almost. I got onto this sign for a second.
There's a ladder back here, but there's no climb up on it feature that I can see.
Can you jump on me?
I mean, don't threaten me with a good time. No, it won't let me jump on you.
Poop.
That's okay.
You can get on this van.
Yeah, the van works. There was some stuff over this way I wanted to kind of see if there's a more through the level progression or... Oh yeah, this is all just blocked off. I've gone down every alley now. Alright, well that's good to know.
Oh, okay, I see a timer, so we have a minute before the next wave.
Oh yeah, so we probably... I bet it increases in difficulty every time. You probably get more bad guys spawning.
Yeah, it just gets progressively more difficult.
I haven't been down this way yet.
Wonder if I can get on this awning.
For the family, my two oldest have still been into Star Wars games. They're still loving that. I got Fallen Order and whatever the second game is. I can't recall the name. Survivor. Yeah, so my second oldest...
I think
Go ahead.
Sorry. No,
you're good.
I think I found a good spot.
Oh, where are you?
I think I'm down some alley.
I'll go back to the center. I got 4 seconds. I'm by the fire truck. Oh, there you are.
Yeah, I think if we just go down any one of these alleys and just kind of... So that way we don't get surrounded.
Right.
Oh, they're coming from this direction. So, I'm sorry. What were you talking about?
My two oldest have been playing a lot of Star Wars games still. My oldest is really, really into Battlefront 2. He gets very caught up in specific things. He hyper-focuses.
Mm-hmm.
Part of his, neurodivergency. He likes something he doesn't want to change. He'll eat the same breakfast for months on end.
I can understand that.
Yeah, and he just loves Battlefront 2. He actually wants us to play it on an episode, so we'll probably do that at some point.
My kids are still on Minecraft. I don't know that we need to do that one.
Yeah. My second oldest is into Fallen Order and Survivor. He loves those games. He just beat Fallen Order, and he started playing Survivor a couple days ago.
Those games were so good. I loved them.
Yeah, they are on my list.
All right, so that was a bad alley to go down.
Yeah, that one, we seem to get attacked quite a bit.
So we got these nice little breaks in between things.
Yeah, these little breaks to kind of figure out strategy and where to go. That's nice. I like that.
You and the family been up to anything else?
Not too much. We just, embracing the fall activities. We're kind of deciding what next fall activity we're going to do. The Milwaukee Zoo, we live near that, and they usually do like a Halloween event closer to Halloween called Boo at the Zoo. So we'll probably go to that. Yeah, it's fun. It's like a walkthrough kind of thing. There's usually like some food vendors and stuff. That's always a fun time.
We just recently did put some Halloween decorations up.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, my mom came over and was decorating with the kids.
That's fun.
We hung up a couple of light up ghosts and things, and the kids are really, really enjoying putting up the fake cobwebs everywhere.
Right.
So the cat's reaction to the fake cobwebs has just been hilarious because Samus has been just randomly attacking the fake cobwebs and then like chewing on them, and I'm like, stop it, cat. Oh, behind you.
Oh, they can climb up. That's good to know.
But I think they only come from that direction.
They're kind of like sneaking through this little alley in front of us. I feel like the fast ones are getting progressively faster.
Ah!
Oh, I'm dead.
Uh-oh. That's not good. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, I'm dead.
Oh, no. I wonder what happens when we both die. Resurrection is possible with the victory of the wave. Okay, we figured that out already. It's kind of funny that it tells me that now. Oh, is that it?
Disconnected.
Game over? So when you lose, you just get kicked out of the lobby. It doesn't let you restart.
Huh.
I mean, that's a disappointing feature. I wish it would let you stay in.
Yeah, with how difficult it was to start the lobby.
Right.
Yeah, so that lobby's just gone.
Yeah. Unfortunate. So what else have you been up to? So Halloween decorations. Let's go with that.
Yeah, so Halloween decorations. We put those up. We got some ghost lights and things. But the funny bit has been just watching the cat like attack all the spider, the fake cobwebs and things. She's a special kind of cat.
Well, that's fun.
Not the brightest bulb in the pack, but that's okay. We love her anyways.
Yeah.
Beyond that, let's see. Here's a fun little anecdote. The other day, partner came to me and said, "Hey, look what I just pulled out of the washing machine before I ran it." Because I asked middlest child to go bring down their hamper and like put it in the, dump everything in the washing machine.
Right.
And there was a stack of, I believe it was a belt, a pair of swim goggles, 5 books, a highlights magazine, and a Spider-Man graphic novel.
Wow.
These were the things pulled out of the laundry hamper.
Oh my goodness.
Pulled out of the washing machine that got dumped into, pulled out of the clothes that got dumped into the washing machine.
That sounds accurate. We pull out, usually for me, oldest likes to eat snacks and stuff the wrappers in his pockets and never cleans them out. So I'll do like a load of laundry and there'll just be like 15 granola bar or like snack wrappers in the washer. And then more will come out in the dryer. And I'm like, what are you eating? Like 5 boxes of granola bars? We don't even have this much. Oh, that was one funny thing I wanted to talk about. So my oldest gets these like canned Snapple drinks at school lunch for, like with like his meal or whatever. Mm-hmm. And he's been hoarding them in the mini fridge that we have in the basement. And this mini fridge is just for, the wife and I to keep, beverages. Like I'll put beer in there. We'll put like sugar-free soda or seltzer in there, or like snacks for the kids that need to stay cold. And he has like 8 of these Snapple drinks in there. So I was like, buddy, why do you have these in here? Why aren't you drinking them? And he's like, I'm saving them. I'm like, saving them for what? And he's like, oh, I want to sell them. And I'm like, what do you mean sell them? Like, this is like a side hustle for you? You're just keeping the Snapples that you're getting with your school lunch, and you're just going to turn around and like sell them out of your backpack. I don't know. He just wants to. I mean, it's smart, I guess. He'd probably make more off of them than what he paid for them with his like school lunch fee. So,
little entrepreneur.
Yeah. Last year he was trying to sell pencil insurance to people and like give them pencils if they lost pencils for like a small fee. It's like, I don't know about
selling
this, man.
Pencil insurance.
Yeah, he had this like whole like proof of concept that he wrote up for it, and I was like, okay, like, this kid's going places.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see what else has been going on. We might be creating a Lego table for our household. Might be dedicating a table in one room to like just putting base plates down on top of, and then like that'll be a like designated Lego area.
That's cool. I like that.
We'll see if that actually happens. It's one of my many projects. I'm like, wouldn't this be cool to do? And it's like, I don't know if I'm gonna follow through and do all the work that is required to do this. Right. But,
yeah, the boys had a Lego table that we got them last year for Christmas in their room. And then at one point during the year, they decided it would be a great idea to wrestle each other in the room next to it, and they fell onto it and broke it. So,
oof.
Yeah, and I tried to fix it once, and then they decided to wrestle in the room again and fell on the fixed table and broke it again.
Oh, man.
So it's just kind of laying flat on their floor, and I'm like, I think I'm going to either throw it out or at least move it to like the basement.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, beyond that, the youngest kiddo had a birthday. I got him a solid state hard drive, and that has helped massively with his computer issues, because he got my old gaming laptop from like a decade or plus ago.
Yeah.
So that thing was just like struggling to play Minecraft, and just adding that solid state hard drive made a huge difference. But now I'm like, I gotta get graphics cards for both the kids now. Probably something updated.
That's tricky. Graphics cards, even like used, like outdated ones, are still expensive.
I mean, I was doing a look recently, and I think I can find some cheap stuff. Ow, I'm being eaten by a rat. But I think graphics card prices might be coming down from what they were, because I know they were crazy for a while.
They were.
So, media. I finished up Alien Earth. That ended...
Oh, I haven't even started it yet.
Like, I was really enjoying it at first, and I'm not sure how I feel about the ending, but, I mean, it's definitely still worth watching.
Okay.
It was enjoyable. I started rewatching One Punch Man.
Oh, nice.
If you haven't watched that, that's a good watch. I like overpowered characters. They are funny to me.
Yeah, that's always great.
That show is just, like, if you like overpowered characters, that show is just absolutely delightful.
It's one of the things that I loved about Naruto is you start off like the main character is like this severely like underpowered character seemingly, and everyone else around him is overpowered. And then you realize, like, as it goes through, you're like, oh no, he's actually like the most overpowered character. He just hasn't unlocked it yet.
Yeah.
You know, spoiler alert, but like Naruto's been out for decades, so.
That's a good show. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts too lately. See, the bonus pack podcast, that's these dudes they just talk anime every episode.
Oh, nice.
I think I've been sending you TikToks of theirs.
You have, yeah.
They're hilarious. And
yeah,
Super Earth podcast, obviously. Still listening to that. Oh, and my other go-to is Too Many Tabs.
Oh, right. You've talked about that one to me before, not on the podcast, but you've brought that one up a few times.
Yeah, I love that show. Hilarious.
Yeah, that's a good one. You know, I don't even like think about that too. Like we're literally producing a podcast, which is a form of media that we digest, and I don't even think about that when we're doing these like life updates and talking about media we're consuming. I listen to so many podcasts. They get me through the workday. There's one that I listen to that's hosted by a comedian. His name is Dan Cummins. He does like a spooky story one called Scared to Death. I love that one. That was the first one of his that I listened to, and I stay on top of the episodes week after week. They're very good. And
I'm gonna have to check that out.
yeah, so they just do like, allegedly true supernatural, paranormal ghost stories. But then he also started doing like last year, the year before, like he'll write his own creative like horror story. So he'll do like that every few episodes where he just reads this like story that he came up with. And he's had a few that I'm really captivated on. And I'll just like listen to them a couple times. And I typically don't re-listen to podcast episodes, but some of his I will. And he has another podcast called Time Suck where he just like deep dives into these topics. It could be like true crime topic. It could be something crazy about a historical event, a current event, anything. And it's always like very well researched. What other podcast do I listen to? So like I'm an emo guy. I never had like the emo slice or the eyeliner or any of that, but I've always listened to like emo bands. And I found this one recently that's called Nostalgic Emo Dads. And it's these like three dudes that started listening to emo in like the mid 2000s. And they listen to a lot of bands that I'm like ones that I've heard of before, but then they'll talk about like a band that's like, oh, like here's one that like, maybe not everybody knows. And I'm like, wow, I just found some new music that I didn't know existed in 2008.
I've been finding some decent bands on TikTok lately, so that's been
helpful. I've actually found a lot of good bands on TikTok that I end up really enjoying, so that's been a good source for new music.
Let's see. Partner is watching a lot of Would I Lie to You? Which is a comedy show.
Yeah.
It's a British show where they like try to make up outlandish stories, and sometimes the stories are true, and you have to guess if the other team is making stuff up. Also started watching the Halo show, which I haven't watched. I heard not great things about, but I don't know. I like to reserve judgment.
Yeah, I always pass my own judgment if it's like fans don't like it or critics don't like it. I've also found that people that are like fans of like a certain, like source material tend to be more judgmental about like a TV or movie adaptation. And I try to reserve judgment. There's some in the past where like, I'm not going to name any intellectual property names and say anything bad about them because I don't want us to get sued. But there's one franchise that I remember having a series of films based off of a video game in the early 2000s, and it was a flop. It wasn't very good. But some that I really like, Last of Us was probably a big one for me. Granted, I haven't watched season 2 yet, but I heard a lot of people were upset with it, and a lot of what I heard was people were upset because something that occurred in the second game took place in the second season of the show, and it was like a major thing, and a lot of people were upset that they actually followed through. And I think some people didn't like how some of the things played out from what I've heard. Again, I haven't watched it. I haven't played the second game, but I watched the first season. I thought it was amazing. And I played the first game as a result of watching the first season, and I was like, wow, this really was like, almost like a scene for scene, line for line adaptation, which I think is where they mostly fall short when they do that, right? They don't give us the copy of the thing that we loved, that we want the copy of. They're like, we need to change it.
Give you something new. It's like, but that's not what we loved.
Right. Like we didn't want Wolverine in black latex. We wanted Wolverine in a blue, yellow, and black spandex suit. That's what we wanted all along. Right, and we finally got it after way too many years.
And then kids are still on Minecraft.
Right.
You're just looking at your character like squat, just looked hilarious. Kids are doing Minecraft. We're reading Dogman right now. And That's pretty much everything.
Okay. It seems like we've got some good media going on. One thing that I kind of talked about a little bit last time was the flood, but I think
Oh yeah. How
I
are
did,
you recovering from that?
yeah, so far we're recovering really well. As an update on that, FEMA started kind of reaching out to people and saying, we have some resources to help people now, whether that's like financially or sending in crews to help dispose of things, clean things up, like fix like damaged structures. So I decided, why not? Like, we'll just apply. Like, we probably spent about $4,000 to $5,000 in cleanup and replacing things and all of that. So it wasn't like a tiny amount of money, like we suffered like a decent little chunk of financial loss as a result of the flood. But some people had it a lot worse, so I keep reminding myself and the kids of that. Like, we could have been in a much worse position, but we came out okay. We were able to flex that money and make that work. But I applied and we got like a little over $1,000 back in reimbursement for some of the stuff that we had to do. So
nice.
That was good. I wasn't expecting anything, but it was nice that we at least recouped a little bit of what we had to pay. So
yeah.
But
well,
yeah. And then one funny like slow roll impact that we had that I wasn't anticipating was after the flood. Like, the furnace seemed fine, but the control board was damaged, so I had to replace that. But after I replaced it, everything was working. The blower motor, the gas components, the electrical, everything seemed okay. And then earlier this week, I went to turn on the heat because we had like a really, really cold day. And I was like, oh, I'll just kick this on for like an hour just to get a little heat generated to warm it up overnight. And the blower motor wasn't working. And I was like, come on. And then, I crawled in, I pulled the filter out, I crawled into the furnace and kind of looked where the blower motor was. And I could see a little bit of rust in the bottom. And I was like, oh, yeah, it was just over time the components corroded. But I was able to just find a new one, and I installed it, and it works fine. So I'm glad that I have the wherewithal to do things like that. One good topic that I wanted to bring up too, we talked about this in our first episode, but I haven't really had like a good moment to talk about it since. But how do gaming and life events impact each other? How do they become disruptive that makes it hard for us to make this a cohesive thing? And
what do you mean?
So like, we had this, idea of like, pretty much every Saturday night we try to get together and game, and sometimes sure, life gets in the way of that, right? So
absolutely.
I think I went into this week intending, Saturday night I was gonna, come on earlier than I usually do and have more time gaming. And, I had this idea in my mind of like, yeah, I'm gonna game, like I'm gonna be on early, like maybe like even like 7:30 or 8, and just be like ready to go and play like several hours of games. So, I was intending to play games and, kind of wasn't really thinking about like the bigger picture in the household last night. And,
sure,
my wife and I were kind of talking yesterday morning, and, she was feeling like a little lost, a little deprioritized. We had a lot of stuff going on the last few weeks, still kind of dealing with the aftermath of the flooding, and we've had a lot of like service people out at the house kind of like giving us estimates on things like new windows because we're looking to sell our house, and kid activities. And I think it was just a lot. There were school activities, and we're planning for our like anniversary weekend trip next week, so there's a lot on her plate. And we kind of talked about that yesterday morning, and I had that realization then of like, oh, like I need to prioritize her more, especially like on weeks like this when it's hard for her and me too, and I think I'm just thinking in like my finite blinders on scope sometimes. Like, I want to decompress, I want to go play video games, but we talked it through, and we just had that moment of, okay, like, let's just take the night together, let's have some really good quality time. We haven't had that a lot. We don't get to go on a lot of date nights. 4 children, it makes it hard to find that time. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and we've always had that agreement too of like, gaming doesn't get in the way of family. So like, if we need to spend that time with them, the game sacrifice is what's going to happen. So that was just a good moment of, kind of bringing it back to like one of the core pieces of what the podcast is about. Like sometimes we have to deprioritize the game and say this isn't the most important thing. We want to make sure that family comes first, and that was just kind of the moment that happened last night. So
yeah, we had that rule since high school where, if somebody like kind of bailed on plans, it's like, oh, why didn't you show up? It's like, oh, well, significant other stuff, and it's like, okay, you get a pass.
Circling back to this last piece, I guess I'm going to have a lot to say on the life update stuff this week, but Littlest wanted to play fight with me last night, and I promised her the night before, so I kind of just mentioned this a minute ago, but she's a tyrant. She is absolutely brutal. She will like drop kick me, so like I'll throw myself on the bed and pretend like she like knocked me down, and she jumps up in the air and she goes, special move, and she just double drop kicks me in the ribs. And then she gets up and she does this like 8 times in a row, and she's like, double drop kick, triple drop kick. And it's like that like the Halo announcer, Jeff Steitzer. She's like double kill, triple kill. She's
your
brutal.
butt whooped by your kid, and they bust out a Monsango. You just no. wait.
She is vicious. She jumps on my back, and then she starts punching me in the back, slapping me, and then I'll like stand up eventually and be standing next to the bed, and she'll like yell. She'll be like, ah, and then she dives off the bed, and jumps onto me. And it's just, yeah, I'm feeling it today. Like I was yelling, my throat's sore, my ribs hurt. It was a wild time last night.
Sometimes you just, you get your butt kicked by a kid. That's part of life.
That's true.
Okay. So wait, did we even mention the game? The name of the game? Did we forget that?
I don't remember if we did or not.
Oopsies.
That's a
oopsie
great
poopsie
thing to mention.
We're playing Blood and Zombies.
Yes,
right?
we are playing Blood and Zombies.
Seems to be a roguelike game where you just kind of survive as long as you can. Do you know how many players it supports?
I believe it's 4, which is one of the reasons why I kind of like jumped on it. But actually, I'm
for
I'm
a game
not sure.
like this, it should be able to go more. I don't know what they designed it for, but I mean, like, why would you not design a game like this for like lots of people?
Yeah, let me look that up quick because it might have been more. It might have been up to 6.
Yeah, I don't know.
These little live research moments.
As far as the objective, it seems to just kind of be like survive waves. It doesn't seem to be there's just not really a story. Controls are, they're not the greatest. They're a little sluggish. That might be by design.
Right.
And then, let's see, graphics are passable. They're not amazing, acceptable. Right. Like initially, when I think we first started playing, I was like, "What? I don't know about this. This game's kind of wah." But I don't know. I can see this being a fun night.
Yeah, I think it could potentially. I mean, it's a good time killer for sure.
I only just started figuring out the shop. I've been putting down like these electric fences on the ground.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I just started figuring out the shop too, because I just looked down and noticed that you can do tab and pick weapons and stuff, but I picked these weapons, but I don't know how to equip them. I don't know if I can equip them yet.
Oh, so you, when you're in the shop, I think you like click on it, so there's like a check mark once it's purchased.
Oh, I see. That's perfect. Thank you.
Oh, what the heck? There's a dude shooting us.
Yeah, that was like a a military dude in like armor and stuff with a gun.
I guess we know how the game scales.
Yeah.
It's very much a last stand type of game.
So what this game reminds me of is, and I think I've mentioned it every single episode, but it still is my favorite co-op game, Left 4 Dead 2, or Left 4 Dead 1 even, when you get to the last chapter of the campaign and you do the final event where you have to just keep surviving until rescue comes. But in this, it doesn't seem like rescue ever comes.
Yeah. Seems like...
Which is okay, but...
Get a high score type of game.
Right. I mean, it seems fun. I mean, yeah, so I guess I can do my rundown. I like it. I think it's somewhat quick to pick up in terms of controls, but like you said, it took us a long time to figure out, like, that there was a shop, because there is no tutorial for the game. And even though, like, I like to just jump into a game, like, I do appreciate, like, a super quick, like, 1 minute long tutorial that's kind of like, here's some things that you might not pick up right away, like, and now go have fun.
Yeah.
I think Helldivers 2 did a good job of that, where it's, like, pretty, even though, like, you might die a bunch of times before you get through it, like, the tutorial itself is relatively quick.
And it just gives you a basics of, like, walk forward this way, shoot your gun this way.
Right. Like, what are the main controls, and what are some things you're going to need to know? Like, if you didn't do the tutorial in Helldivers 2, I don't know that I would have known how to use a stratagem. I would have been, like, struggling to figure it, and I still struggle to figure it out after, like, a year of playing, but I try.
Would have just been treating it like a regular shooter.
Yeah, I would have just been running around shooting stuff, and people would have been like, why aren't you calling stuff down? What do you mean calling things down? Yeah, so, yeah, you can access the shop. You can change things, so that's good to know. You can get more ammo, body armor, things like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only thing I'd change, maybe a tutorial, maybe a story mode, but I always love a good story mode.
Yeah.
Like, what was it? You had mentioned Battlefront 2. If you haven't played it, it's short, but it has an excellent story for single player.
Yeah, that's what I heard. My oldest, like I said, he's been really into it, and he loved the story mode, and he just likes going into, like, multiplayer games and PvP and having fun. So, yeah, this game. Oh, go ahead.
I'd play this again, yeah.
Yeah, I would play this again, too. I don't know if I would necessarily transition it to a games that sustain, because there's no story mode. Like, there's not a lot of, like, long-term replayability, but this is a good quick pickup game with, like, anyone that's available. So, like, if we had, like, the crew or the extended crew that were like, hey, we want a game, we could be like, why don't you pick up this cheap game and play with us? Or, we could gift it to somebody.
Yeah, this would be a good time killer game. Like, if you're waiting for, it's like, oh, we're going to start, such and such game, but we're waiting for like 3 more people to log on. It's like, oh, let's go shoot some zombies while we wait, Right. Because I could see us like being like, okay, we're good, we're done. We can just leave the lobby and just end it. Like,
yeah, it's easy to jump in. It's easy to jump out. You don't have to like finish a mission. That's kind of a perk to a game that doesn't have like a dedicated like progression story going on. Like,
although I don't know that it was easy. That would be a downside. I don't know that it was easy to jump in. We had a little bit of trouble getting the lobby thing going.
Yeah, I mean, once we figured out the whole lobby thing and getting in, like once we're in the game, it's easy. But yeah, like getting into the game was difficult. So
one major thing to change, like that's like the one real thing where it's like, if they could just do this thing, like change how the lobbies work.
Right. Again, going back to like a Left 4 Dead 2, like you make the lobby and people join and then you start the game. Whereas this, I had to create the lobby. You had to wait for something to refresh for it to tell you the lobby is there. And then the countdown for the game to start was already in play. So I'm like, hey, there's 10 seconds left. Are you joining it? And you're like, oh, no.
I was like, oh, no, what was the password again? Yeah, that was,
right.
I didn't care for that. But it worked out.
Yeah, no, I think it was we made it work. We figured it out, and now that we're into it and we're kind of understanding the mechanics and all the functions, it's fun. The graphics aren't terrible, especially for I don't even remember what I paid for this game. It was like maybe like $5 or something on sale.
Yeah, it was a reasonable price.
Yeah, so it hit the under $10 mark, which was good. And controls, once you figure them out, are easy. Once you get into the upgrade system and figure out how to like buy things, that's kind of fun to explore. So I like that. Yeah, I would play it again for sure.
$500.
Oh, that's cheap. Good economy.
We're gonna see how these work, and hopefully they don't blow me up. put a little happy landmine right there.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this. I remember seeing that at some point. You can set up like these turrets. There's a Tesla tower. There's all sorts of little goodies. There's a door that you can set up. Ooh, ladders and stairs. That's something we need to try playing with.
Oh yeah, like it looks like you could practically build a whole base.
Yeah, it looks. Maybe that's part of the game is you're supposed to try and build like a little base here. It's almost like one of those top-down games, but it's like a regular 3D setup instead.
Hmm.
You got a zombie with some kind of armor running at us with like a shock rod. Oh, here's one of those kind of Helldiver looking dude, actually.
Yeah, we're getting attacked by zombie Helldivers.
I think this would like scratch the itch of the people in our friend group that prefer
like just
games.
like a straight shoot 'em.
Yeah, like a straight shoot 'em, but also the people that like games where you have to like build like more of a sandbox type feel.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I think we're doing games that sustain now.
Oh right, games that sustain. So yeah, I'm still playing Helldivers. Oh, I want to get you to play, and see if we can get some other people to join us. Jump Space has been a lot of fun. Been playing that a lot lately.
Yeah, that one's been on my radar for a while. I really need to get through the tutorial, but we did have that issue where I was trying to play it the other day.
Oh yeah, you're having the keyboard issues.
Yeah, and I don't even know if it's a keyboard issue because a lot of other people were like saying they had the same issue and they tried everything, different keyboards, and nothing changed it. Mm-hmm. I do have a controller plugged in too, so I wonder if maybe there's like interference and that's causing an issue.
Oh.
So I could try unplugging one or the other. I also could try reinstalling the game and seeing what happens, but I had just installed it, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I mean, I feel like Jump Space has kind of been like this game where it's like, oh man, this is the game that we imagined as kids type of game where it's like, oh, I want to play in a spaceship and like one person can fly it and everybody else can like just be in it, and then the ship's flying around and the people can like leave the ship and go do things while the ship still just kind of continues. It's got this very, I don't know how to describe it, but there's a uniqueness to it, I think, that I don't see in a lot of other games, and I think it's got a potential for a lot of fun. I'm a little disappointed it only seems like it goes up to 4, but that's okay.
Maybe they're planning to expand on it, you never know.
It is still in early access, in fairness.
Yeah, they're probably just trying to see what's happening with it and making decisions. Yeah, that one, I remember seeing like a video, I think on TikTok for it, and I was like, it was like a trailer or something, and I was like, oh, this game looks incredible. Like, I want to play this. So hopefully I can figure out my bug that I'm having and get into playing it, and maybe the next time that we game, I'll be able to play. Maybe some other people will have it by then.
Oh, behind you.
Behind me? Oh, hey there, buddy. I think your thing is distracting them, which is good.
Which thing?
Your thing that's on the ground there.
Oh,
because they run past me and they go right for that.
I wonder if they're attracted to noise.
No, because I'm shooting this dude and he's not even turning around. So my games that are sustaining me, obviously, still post-flood, it's been a little difficult to get on a game. I would say Helldivers 2, but I've been having the disconnect issue, like, real bad, so, like, it makes me not even want to play it right now, because I know I'm going to be in the middle of a campaign, and the game's going to drop out, and it's been frustrating. And I think I've played other games, so I think I can rule out that it's not my system, it's Helldivers 2. So that's unfortunate. Hopefully they figure out that bug and they get it fixed soon, because I do want to keep playing it. But if I know I'm going to drop out every time, like I'm going to start like suggesting, I'm going to drop out. Like, let's just go play Left 4 Dead 2 or Deep Rock Galactic or one of our other games to sustain.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I'll still try it, but if, like we play and I get dropped out, I'm probably just going to be like, yeah, let's go do something else.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, Left 4 Dead 2 is always going to be a game that sustains me. It's easy to fall back into. We know how to play it. And there's like fan servers and stuff where you can play like different levels, and so there is some access to like different content, but I haven't really explored it too much.
I think I still have like some mod on my Left 4 Dead 2 thing that I had downloaded where it like turns like two of the characters both into like Ash from Evil Dead.
Oh, right. Yeah, that was pretty funny. I still play Marvel Strike Force on mobile, still waiting for it to die. I'm sure some of the guys that I play with are going to listen to the podcast, and they're going to be like, half be like, oh, come on, Bob, don't hate it. And then they're going to be like, actually, we understand. Like, it's a pain. It's a chore, but like we're all just kind of like, we started playing the game a long time ago. We're just in it until it dies.
Yeah, I had left my mobile game guild just because I was like, man, I'm spending too much time and money on this. Like, I gotta stop somehow. I gotta rip the Band-Aid off. So I was just like, I'm just gonna bail and just not say anything.
Yeah. I feel like if I did that, like I'd be getting like messages on social media, like people would be coming at me on Facebook and Instagram, and they'd be like, I found your phone number, why aren't you playing anymore?
You didn't do your dailies yet.
Yeah, so we'll see, but I'll play it until other people leave or until the game just like shuts down. But I don't dedicate a ton of time. Like, you have like a day streak. So like if you continue to play and like log in every day, like you get bonuses. But like I've had 2 times now in the last 2 weeks where I missed a day, which means I missed like contributing to like events. And, eventually that'll get old for people and they'll be like, yeah, like you should step out. But like I think most people in leadership have been doing that. So we're kind of like, we're all on that like downward spiral with it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might steal my Switch back from my second oldest and try to get through Tears of the Kingdom. I got pretty far in it, but like I was taking my time because my oldest beat it within like a week. And I was like, you didn't do everything there is in the game. There's so much more in this game. Like, it's a little bit of sandbox. It's a little bit of, like rogue, like RPG, running around, being Link and doing those things. And, it was a direct sequel to Breath of the Wild, which they don't do direct sequels often, so I appreciate when they do. And I'm anticipating they're going to announce a Zelda game sometime in the next couple of years, so I want to be ready for that.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and I mean, I played Breath of the Wild through probably like 4 or 5 times. I loved it, and Tears of the Kingdom was basically like a new, fresh, updated version with some like new functionality, a great story to tie into the first one. So I think I'm going to try and get that back on my games that sustain list, because I love Legend of Zelda. I'll be playing those games when I'm like 80 years old.
Yeah, I think the only game I ever actually played, I think, was Ocarina of Time, but that game was amazing.
Ocarina of Time was incredible. And that's one of the ones that had a direct sequel. Majora's Mask was really good. And then they did the 3D remakes of them for the 3DS, and those were even better. The graphics were updated and really nice. They added a couple extra features to both. So I loved those games. I have loved pretty much every Zelda game. My only gripe is that Twilight Princess was supposed to have a sequel, and they did not give us a sequel. They made Skyward Sword instead, and Skyward Sword was fun. I liked it, but I wanted a sequel to Twilight Princess, a direct sequel.
Mm-hmm.
And we did not get it. Yeah, I'm still holding out hope. I would like to have a sequel to it. That was easily my favorite 3D Zelda game so far. I haven't had a game that's topped it yet.
Okie dokie. So wrapping things up.
Yeah, so just a few acknowledgments. We'd like to thank our dear friend Afterlife Boy for providing the music. All the transitions, the intro, the outro, those were done by our guy Afterlife Boy.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. And we'd like to thank our new gaming friend Matthew for reading our intro for us. That's the voice of the person introducing you to who we are. So thank you, Matthew. It's fantastic.
Thank you,
I love
Matthew.
hearing it. Every time I love hearing it. I keep listening to it. I'm like, it's so good. It's so good.
I did want to also just say, like, we didn't really do this when Bacon was on, but I feel like we should have. Like, if you want to hear more of Bacon, go check out his stuff at Super Earth Podcast. He's amazing. They're amazing. We love them.
Yeah, Bacon and Snuff, the current host, they're incredible. We competed with them to get that spot, and they won, but for good reason. They're a great group. I still listen to it every time a new episode drops. You should go listen to Super Earth Podcast. Is incredible.
I think we got all of our housekeeping things right.
Yeah, so that's the housekeeping, and then we can start the song, and I can do the thank you for listening, and if you have questions, stuff.
Okay. Professionals.
We are professional podcasters now. Look at us go. So thank you so much for listening to another episode of Co-op Chaos. Or if it's your first time listening, thanks for joining us. We hope you continue to listen. If you have any questions, you want to join us for a game, you want to suggest a game for us to play and torture us a little bit, you can reach out to us at coopchaospodcast@gmail.com.
All game audio and sounds featured on Co-op Chaos are the exclusive rights of their respective developers.
Hooray! We did it! We finished another one! I like that it gives you a counter. That's good.
Of how many are left?
From? Yeah. Oh, there's oh, that was beautiful.
Thank you. Ooh, I'm alive.